Hey guys, and welcome to another video for Bloons Startup at 6. Today I'll be attempting to finish Underground on hard mode because I did a strategy that I think worked pretty well. This will be using Monkey Knowledge, and I will be using a hero for this. So if you're looking for something a little bit better, I will try and find a strat that works without those things and works a little better for you, and I will put that in the description. And so yeah, I've already done this. It seems to work pretty well, but it does have its hiccups at times. So just be sure that you're watching your ability when you use your abilities, and things should be okay mostly. So I'm going to start with a ninja monkey and a dart monkey, and this should hold us off for a while until we get our Adora going. Now I do choose Adora for this just because I wanted something a little more aggressive this time around. I know Oben is sort of like the popular guy, especially considering he's pretty cheap, or you can get him right off the bat if you have monkey knowledge. But I actually like Adora more for this. I don't really want Oben because he's got those randomized factors, and I don't think that really works for a map like this where like half the time you're gonna, like, you would want things to go on like the overlap, and that's just not going to happen too often, I don't think. So I like Adora just because her attacks sort of swing around and hit everything, so she probably works the best out of everyone. So I like to slow it down here so I can get her in as soon as possible. And I just put her right down next to this ninja monkey, and already we have camo detection and lead popping, so we're pretty much set. I just want to upgrade these guys right away because there are some camo rounds, and I'm not gonna get I will eventually get what's that called, a monkey village, but for a while honestly these guys are gonna rock it and take care of the camo loon rounds up until I'd say about when we get our first mob, so around 40, and they'll be pretty okay until then. Sorry, I'm playing with my phone. I don't know if you can hear me like sliding it around, but oops. I'm very professional, I promise. So I just like to get this guy up to crossbow so he has all this range, and he does a pretty good job, honestly, just on his own. You can see he's got more pops than our ninja, and he probably will for a majority of the time, honestly. And for our ninja, I like to run the first two rows, but the top row is going to be our sort of main goal. But I do like having distraction on because it's just a nice ability. I don't know, I just think it works pretty well, and I want him to be a little more defensive because he's not our main popper. Like, these guys are popping most of the stuff. And so having the extra aggression with Seeking Shurikens, like, it's helpful, but I don't really know if it's necessary. So I'm just gonna get distraction off, and then I'm going to start working on our next tower, which is going to be a bomb shooter. I just call him a cannon because it's a cannon, let's be real. And there we go. And I like to put them over here. Our Moab is going to come out of this area where these balloons are coming out. And there's our first camo. Cool. Didn't mean to grab that. But yeah, I'm just going to run a 204. Typically for Moab detection, I like having the second row, but I don't really think it's necessary. Because we're going to get some other stuff for Moabs. This is mostly going to be for our ceramics, because ceramic detection, or ceramic popping, is quite bad with these couple of guys, and he's really going to stand out and do a lot of the work for us in that department. So it should be fine. However, on round 40 it is wise to use Adora's ability. So again, I enjoy having her. If you're using a different hero, you might get a different outcome. So for this guide, I suggest Adora, and we are going to use her ability on round 40. And maybe just keep an eye on it later on, because I have had some inconsistencies. So it is wise just to keep an eye on how balloons are going and don't overestimate how things are working out. So if you're feeling a little unsure or not as confident, make sure to use her ability. At any rate, we now have this 4-tier, tier 4-tier, I don't know, anyway. And we are going to get this 2, and then we are going to start working on Moab detection because we are really coming close on that round. So let's go. Alright. I'm really sorry if my commentary is sort of jumpy and all over the place. I am not the most experienced ever, but yeah, we're going to get our alchemist going now, and we're going to place him right here so he can kind of just let everyone in on some of the action. He's pretty cool, and he's just going to give us this acid mixture, which is going to help us with the Moab, but I want to get him all of these upgrades because the more the merrier. Oh, that came kind of close, but that's why we have these guys for those few camo rounds. They're honestly not very difficult camo rounds. He just sent it right back. That was awesome. There's not too many camo rounds, but 440 that are that scary. So long as you have some dedicated poppers for it, it's honestly fine, and I'm not too concerned with it. I'm gonna get the stronger stimulant just so everyone's as powered up as they can be. Now remember, we are gonna use Adora's ability here, just to make sure we get everything, and she just gives us that extra power. At this point in time, I think what I'm going to now do is give us this monkey village. I forgot the name for a second. La 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 la, and get us that camo detection. That actually probably saved us, but kind of just in time. But that's why I like the distraction, just because it does bide us some time there, so it's kind of nice. At this point in time, I think what I'm going to start doing is setting up my plane. So I like to get him this never missing targets, and then we're just going to set him up on rapid fire and lots of darts. And I can't remember if it's around 50 or around 55 I had some issues with, so we might want to look out and use our abilities when things are not looking so hot. So I am just going to kind of keep my eyes open and use my abilities when I can. But thanks to this monkey village, camos are now not an issue at all. Yeah, it's running pretty smooth for now, and I think we're doing pretty good. These are kind of our main towers, so I'm not too worried about them for the time being. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start getting some banks going. I see a lot of people run like the top tiers on the banks just because they're kind of cheap, and they don't give you a lot of issues. Like, you don't have to, as long as you have your mouse around, like, you're honestly kind of chilling. I'm going to use my ability because the ceramics are making me nervous. And in the description, what I'll try to do is note when you should be using your ability for Adora, or at least whenever I use the ability. I don't intend to use it too much, but I do get nervous about it, so I just want to make sure that everything's going according to plan for everybody. I'm going to use it again. Yeah, that's fine. So let's get this bank going, and we're going to get our last couple of tiers going with that. Boom. So what I like to do is I like to wait until collect everything from them when this number gets to 10,000, and then and just kind of save up. And if that doesn't get me what I need, I will sell the banks, so that way I have enough for the upgrades I'm looking for. But yeah, the Moabs are honestly not giving us too much trouble. The ceramics, not too bad. I'm gonna use the ability just because I'm nervous. Let's see, we're at 5,000. That's not too bad. I'm going to hopefully use my banks up by round 60, so I do not need them anymore. But we shall see. Where are they at? 8,000? Okay, we're not quite there yet, but we're coming close. I'm getting a little nervous, just because I want some bigger upgrades here very soon. And I'm not sure. Alright, I'm going to see 10,000, perfect. And it's not quite enough for what I want, so I'm going to double sell and buy our, what's this called? Spectre. I think it was honestly one of my favorites to use, and he's just super strong, so I really enjoy using him. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him his own little alchemist friend here, so that this guy's getting powered up for sure. And then I'm going to get a druid as well, and he's just going to throw down some tornadoes just in case. Actually, can I get one in here? I might want to get one in here instead, yeah. Because we already have someone pushing things back on that side, so I am going to actually put him over on this side. And this should be pretty good, honestly. You can get jungle drums, that'll help as well. But Spectre's pretty solid, and he holds it down pretty well. If you want to save up for some other extra powerful stuff, you can. There are some other cool towers you can get, but honestly this will hold you for quite a while. 63 is kind of a notable round, and we passed it and I didn't even really pay attention. We just kind of ran through it, so pretty solid if you ask me. And I think just to be a little extra, get us some extra defense, I'm going to put down a wizard tower, and I'm going to give him this 024. And this is just a defensive tower. This isn't even like an aggressive tower or anything. It's just defense. And yeah. Look at our little plane. He's just going to town. You don't even see the balloons. And our little necromancer wizard monkey is also, he's just putting in work, just sending minions out. I suppose another thing you could do is balloon jitsu. I didn't tier 4 him ever, but he's tier 4 now. Then we can also actually get a faster firing on this guy. Just kind of let everything go. Now on round 80, I also did find some inconsistencies. The first time I did this, no problems at all. The second time I did this, I found that I actually needed to use Adora's ability to do it, so I just want to let you know on round 80, it is nice to use Adora's third ability, and maybe her first ability if you're still feeling a little nervous about it. It should be fine as is, but if you do feel the need to, use your abilities. I think we've only used them twice, and we were perfectly fine, so again, I will label out some notable rounds, and whenever I'm placing down towers, I'm not really doing this in like a specified, like on this round you have to have this, this, and this. Like, but I will label when I do things, just because I know that's important to some people, and it's helpful. So yeah, I want to make this guide pretty easy to follow, not too complicated. Again, I'm using monkey knowledge and all these discounts and stuff just because that's how I play the game. You don't have to play the same way, and if you're not interested in using monkey knowledge, or if you think it's cheap or what have you, I totally respect that opinion. I'm much more of a casual player, so it doesn't bother me none, but if it's something you feel strongly about, by all means, feel free to share a strategy that works with me, because I love seeing new strategies and learning about this game, because I'm pretty new to it, so definitely let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and get a Prince of Darkness for around 80, just because he's really strong and super cool. I mean, look at that. Alright, here is our round 80. Like I said, use Adora's third ability on this thing because it will just get us some extra damage. And honestly, we should be fine with that. And there you have it. Hopefully this video helped, and I hope you guys liked the strategy. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in another video or something. Bye. Oh, that's not the not record button.